Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about House of Eden. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Ooh, uh, uh, I can't think of anything. I really can't. So, cons. Reviews are bad. It's only like 15 reviews, but still, this is 27% critic score. That is bad. No audience score because I don't think anyone's watched this movie. Probably less than like 10 people I'm willing to bet. So I'm going to look through the audience ratings to see what I get. Well, a lot of fives. Okay. Interesting. Uh, let's see. Okay, he's got a 5-star review. I'll read this one. Says this new supernatural thriller is both a new wave in the horror world while also being a blast from the past. Thriller fans will recognize the influence of other great supernatural horror films such as Insidious, Blair Witch, and Paranormal Activity. Congratulations to Selena. I think that's how you say her name, Selena. There's no S, but it's a C. I don't think it's Kalina. But I don't know. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Chris and JJ on the creation of an original story that's going to thrill fans of horror thrillers and the supernatural. Welcome to Eden. Welcome the House of Eden to the pillar of great modern storytelling. Why does this feel like it was written by someone who like made the movie? Like I get that vibe. It doesn't really feel like someone who watched it. It feels like someone who made it and just posting it as like a audience review. That's the vibe I get from something like that. Then I get like a half-star review that says blurry and out of focus. Motion sickness pills recommended for constant camera movement, which leaves the viewer disorientated and sick. Decent acting from all involved, however, inconsistency in visual styles and editing cuts make this film barely watchable. Uh, let's see. Blah blah blah. It says I really enjoyed the movie. I loved seeing Selena. I'm gonna say Selena, Jay, and Chris on the big screen. So it's 5 stars. And then it got a 1 star that says I was disappointed because there was no plot, no fear, and no backstory or even character building. The opening went on for way too long. Everything felt so scripted and boring. Nothing in the plot went anywhere or made any sense. So many seeds of where you could build from, went, but nothing went from there. Yeah, but nothing went from there. Okay, this is one like a 1 star. Apparently, these are the people who made it. They're YouTubers. I did not know that at all. I've never heard of them in my life. Granted, the type of stuff I watch on YouTube is not stuff like this. It's not like I guess my genre and stuff I like to watch. So that probably explains why I never heard of them before. But yeah, yeah, yeah. But still, reviews are bad, and that's obviously a con. The audience reaction is comparatively better. It really doesn't matter at this point. Another con, Fantastic Four. This weekend is all about that and nothing else. So this movie is just doomed to be forgotten immediately because of that fact. There's also the fact that another soon to be forgotten horror movie, The Home, is coming out this weekend as well. And if you're a horror fan, just wait until Weapons comes out in 2 weeks and you will get your fix. Just do that. Please. there are better horror movies to watch, like better future horror movies to watch than this. Okay, so yeah, the fact that this weekend's all about Fantastic Four plus direct competition, better competition on the way. Yeah, that's a con. Another con is the fact that okay, IFC they've released some. Okay, this isn't even like from regular IFC that I usually talk about. Oh, they haven't really released anything except Dangerous Animals, and now they made like 2.7 mil. So yeah, that doesn't bode well at all. So yeah, I'll label that as a con. Another con. Apparently, this is only in like 600 theaters, which is barely wide. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned out to not be wide at all, and this video was just a complete waste of time. Wouldn't be surprised at all. But you know, yeah, but I lost my train of thought. 600 theaters, very low. Just just screams zero confidence. So that's a con right there. Any other cons? I think I mentioned everything that needs to be mentioned. Yeah. Yeah. So opening weekend, 500K or less, probably less than 300K if I'm gonna be really honest. But yeah, 500K or less opening weekend. Its final total will be a million or less, probably close to well under a million. And that's it. So that was July. Now we move on to August next week. Although I've been hearing things like Together that's supposed to come out like they keep saying like July 30th, which is like Wednesday. So I'm not sure if that's gonna open on Wednesday. I don't know, but if even if it does, I'm still gonna cover it on that Friday because I only do like midweek predictions for videos if it's like say like a holiday or the movie is just like big enough to warrant such a thing. Like say me talking about like Jurassic World Rebirth midweek, or like say in 2023 like Super Mario Brothers movie or Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning or Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. Those came out midweek, and I decided to cover them midweek. But since Together is not really a big movie, I'll just cover it on August 1st alongside The Bad Guys 2 and The Naked Gun revival. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, we got so we have 3 videos next week. So, stay tuned for those. But yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. You want to check out more videos like this? I got a playlist, on the homepage, all previous prediction videos I made this year. You want to watch any of them, go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. There's my July recap will come out the second weekend of August. So the second weekend of August, that's when my July recap will come out. July, it's been kind of light when it comes to releases, but it's mainly about 3 movies, and all 3 movies have I've done their job being blockbuster films. Those movies being Jurassic World Rebirth, Superman, and Fantastic Four. All 3 are guaranteed to make over $300 million each domestically, which can't really complain about that. So stay tuned for that video. And there's also the canceled series where I went over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. 250 episodes, never talked about House of Eden once, so you want to watch all 250 episodes of Canceled from beginning to end. I highly suggest you do that, so go do it. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.